But I think the misconception here is like whenever we approach people, they're like, "Oh, money, you've got money, you're Mizungu," and so that's been.
And how did you deal with it?
We're still dealing with it. I think over the years, we've just gotten used to the misconception, but I don't think there's like an ultimate way of like eradicating it completely because it's such a deep concept in a lot of people's minds.
Hello. Today I am joined by a remarkable young lady who moved to Kenya with her family at a very young age with the goal of improving lives of individuals and families living in poverty through the provision of quality education, employment, and more. This is Shine on Queen Conversations with me, Elikaris. Welcome. All the way from South Korea, living in Kenya, my beautiful guest,
Cindy Kwak Kada? Kaja?
let's go. Yeah, that's what it in South Korean, right?
Yeah.
How have you been?
I've been good. Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks for coming. It's such a pleasure having you. And I've just been checking all your works on social media, and finally, I get to see the beauty behind all those incredible works. So thanks so much. At what age again did you move to Kenya?
I came here when I was 9.
9 years.
So I grew up here.
Oh my God! What influenced your parents to move here?
I think our faith, God, really, because we came here as missionaries, and that's our main identity here. So, yeah.
And since you've been here, what was that main goal that brought you here, and how is work going on your side?
So, when we were in Korea years ago, we read a book about this slum in Kenya, which is called Korogocho, and it has the second largest dump site in the world. And so, when we read about that book, it kind of gave us that inspiration and the heart to come to Kenya and be with the people in Korogocho. And our dream came true. That's where we are right now. We're working with the people who, pick like garbage and make a living out of that on the dump site.
Given the lack of prior knowledge when it comes to the culture and the people, what kind of preparation did your family do, and what was most helpful in preparing for this experience?
Honestly, I wish we could have done more preparations. I think our heart to come to Kenya it was so big and we were almost like desperate. So we just like prepared really quickly and came here. And once we came here, that's when we started facing challenges culturally and especially like language wise because not a lot of them know English. So being able to kind of grow in Swahili, and also there are so many different like ways people in Kenya communicate love that's different from how we do it in Korea. And so getting used to that and kind of figuring that out was
I would like to find out exactly by actions or responses what was so different with how both cultures relate to love.
I think in Korea it's more people aren't really like people are very respectful, and especially in Korea there's like that culture of elderly and then like the younger ones, so there's a way of speaking, there's a way of greeting and just communicating with the elderly. But then in Kenya it's very like everyone's very friendly and everyone just connects in that like friendly level. And so I think in Korea, people are more like less honest when it comes to expressing love. They're just respectful and polite. But then I think in Kenya, people are more honest in expressing their needs and expressing their love. So yeah, I think those are the differences.
Take us back to the initial experience of working here, yeah, your first mission trip.
So when we first came to Kenya, we started working directly in the slum area in Korogocho, and we met people who just looked at us and were like, "Oh, your skin color's white or yellow, and so just help us, give us food, give us money." And that was their direct response to us. So that was a little shocking, and even just language, being able to communicate with them in Swahili, that was a big challenge to us. But then right now it's like really, really family bond that we have. Yeah. So we overcame all the challenges with love languages and like language in general. And we overcame all that. And now we're like a strong bond.
I also know you build a school, so that is also providing quality education to the people in the community. And you've done other works. You even have an amazing accessory brand. Let's dive into it.
Hmm. Yeah, so about the bag brand, we especially as our kids grew, we were like, after they finish school, they need a way for them to sustain their families and themselves. And so we were discussing ways on how we can help them do that. And so we were like, what if we make like a brand, like a bag brand, where they can just come and like stitch and make products and sell and make money out of it, make a living out of it. So that's how we began the bag brand. And right now we have our artisans who are deaf. Those are the girls that I grew up with. And after they finished school, we provided them an opportunity to stitch and make bags. And so that's what they're doing right now.
Well, and this bag brand is called
Nashipai.
Nashipai, which means joy.
Yes.
So I haven't told you this, but Nashipai is my Kenyan name.
No way.
So,
That's so cool.
I've been living in Kenya for
Yeah.
a while. I think it was Eden restaurant. We visited Eden, and most of the staff are from Maasai men. And there was one who was just like, "I have a Kenyan name for you. Like, what is it?" Said Nashipai. What
That
is
is
the
so
meaning? Like joy, bliss, happiness. I'm just like, this is me.
Well.
It's rightfully my name. Like I reflected,
Mhm.
and I was so happy. So Nashipa is my Kenyan name.
Aw.
So
Destiny.
I know.
For real.
I know.
Yeah. Yes.
So can we see some of the bags?
Yeah.
And what goes into it?
So
Wow.
these are some of our signature bags. This one, so all our bags are made of leather, 100% grade A leather. We get our leather from a factory called Sagana. I think we're probably one of the very few brands that like work with the Sagana factory. And we produce bags that are 100% handmade. In fact, our brand's slogan is too much handmade because all the stitching process and everything, just the cutting and even like the little coloring here, is all by hand. And it's the saddle stitch method is famously known for the Hermes stitching method. So yeah, and that one, this cowhide is our signature texture. So
The details are, well, I love the details. Smooth finishing, and I can feel like this leather is high quality.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, so this is our like just daily bag, and then we've got our laptop bags.
Wow. So you have laptop bags, ladies' handbag,
Travel bags.
wallets, travel bags.
Yeah, we do
Wow.
have wallets.
Wow. So why leather? There are a lot of other materials that you can source here in Kenya, high quality. So is there any specific interesting story behind choosing leather for your bags?
Yeah, definitely. As you can see, Nashibai is a Kimasai word, and that's where our inspiration for this brand began. We've been residing among the Maasais for over 10 years, and we've learned so much freedom and joy from them, and their vivid culture is just beautiful. And so when you go to like the Manyata, the Maasai houses, a lot of them have like cow skin, like leather decorated and just like spread on their beds, and it just shows how natural and raw they are. They don't need to furnish their things or decorate their things like the modern way. And so that was an inspiration, and we wanted to create a brand that speaks just natural and raw, vivid culture of Africa, and that's why we chose leather.
I have seen their works. You get to find more, even with vibrant colors for every occasion on their social media page. It will be on the screen, so you can shop every type of bag for any occasion. It suits perfectly. All right.
Great.
Asante sana.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. You have been here for a long time,
Yeah.
working with your family over 10 years. In your opinion, when it comes to government policies or policies in the communities, what would you recommend that would be kind of like a major contributor to what you are already doing in the society? What would you wish for in terms of policies?
I think it would be really wonderful if they could be more, there could be more like help with education from the government, and if they could have more policies that would aid the slum children who are struggling to get access to education. Mm-hmm.
Have you also encountered any misconceptions when you traveled here? You are from a different culture and moving here to an unfamiliar culture.
Yeah.
What were some of the misconceptions?
Yeah. I think because of our skin color, a lot of times people just think that we are here to merely give out food, money, and materialistic things. And that's not our main focus. We want to give love. We want to like be a family to those who don't have a family, and that's our main thing. But I think the misconception here is like whenever we approach people, they're like, "Oh, money! You know, you've got money, you're Mzungu," and so that's been.
And how did you deal with it?
We're still dealing with it. I think over the years, we've just gotten used to the misconception, but I don't think there's like an ultimate way of like eradicating it completely because it's such a deep concept in a lot of people's minds. So yeah, we're still dealing with it.
I would like to find out from you. You and your family have contributed immensely to the community in which you live in, but also we have stories of other missionaries or organizations moving to Africa in the name of providing education, employment, but they end up taking advantage of people living in the community. Uh, you have not experienced that directly. What would you say to such people who come down to Africa or any part of the world and instead of doing the work, they are rather taking advantage of the people in the community?
I think it's really important to build a relationship first instead of just approaching someone and be like, oh, you look kind of poor and needy, like, let me help you. For us, we started from the bottom years ago and we literally grew up together. And that took a long time. A lot of work went into it, but now we're family. So there's no way we could take advantage of people that now we call family. So to those who are taking advantage of that, I would say, please, 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 please build a relationship with the people you are approaching. Yeah, or else it will hurt them.
Yeah. Also, while building the relationship with them, you get to know, understand their needs, the needs that needs to be met. You also get to address some of the issues in their communities when you take time to get to know them and build rapport. Can you tell me about the team, the people you work with? Now they are family, they are not just team members. Are there any specific values that you've learned from their journey, their experiences?
I think joy. That's the biggest value I've learned from them. I think a lot of times we think that joy is directly related to what you have and how good your house is, how fancy your job is. But it's really not. I've seen like my family members literally grow up from a dump site and yet they have such joy and confidence in them. And I think those are the things that I really learned from them.
Now you have learned some values from them in terms of your general life transformation. How has your life been transformed generally living here?
I think I like the culture here is such a joyful and vivid and happy culture. And I think that relates to my life, like how I'm pursuing my music and just my love for music. It's just all related to that. So yeah.
You are very young and you've already done a lot. What is that ultimate goal that you would want to achieve in life?
Oh, that's a really good question. I think ultimately in life, I would want to be remembered as someone who feared God, as someone who showed and practiced the love that I received from God. yeah, that's my ultimate goal in life.
Okay. Do you also sing?
Yes.
She's such an incredible singer. Like, she is a fantastic
Oh
singer.
no.
And let's
Yeah.
talk about music. What sparked the passion to pursue music? Or
Yeah.
let's talk about some of your works that you've done.
So all my life, I've been so passionate in singing, but I was horrible at it. My dad would always tell me. But then suddenly, after just like at some point in my life, my voice kind of changed. And I think I just started singing randomly, and people were like, "Yeah, you sound good. Pursue it." And so I started pursuing it. But ultimately, what sparked my passion for music is, like I said, the culture here and the people here. Those things really inspired me to do what I do. I released my first song. Well, before that, I was in Korea. I was under a label as like a K-pop trainee. But then it didn't really, I don't think Korea is my industry. So I came back to Kenya to do my own thing, to write my own songs and speak my own message. And so I just wrote a song, met a producer, did all these things, and then produced my first song. Yeah.
I've seen some of your works on, especially on YouTube.
Yeah.
Broken
Broken
Couch.
Couch, yeah.
What is the meaning behind Broken Couch?
When I first started singing, it began on a broken couch in our center. There was like a broken couch abandoned outside our
That's interesting.
our center, and I would just sit there with my like brothers and sisters, would just play a broken guitar and sing, and that's just a happy memory for me, and it reminds me of the fact that it's not, I can be on a broken couch, but I can still be happy. I can sing with a broken guitar, but I can still sing something. So yeah, that's the message behind what I do, basically.
Wow. And all your works on YouTube currently?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
So if you want to check out her works, Broken Couch, that is the YouTube channel. But before we leave, she's going to serenade us with her beautiful voice and your new song.
Yeah, I'm working on a song. I'm working on an EP actually. So
Okay.
this is one of the songs. Yeah.
All right. So yes, today I'm gonna enjoy her beautiful voice. My last question is actually a segment on this show. It's called SAQ Fun, where I ask you random questions.
Okay.
We just want to know the other side of you,
Okay.
apart from being the
The composed.
entrepreneur
Okay.
and everything that you do.
Yeah.
If you could date a fellow musician, who would it be and why?
Ooh. Wow. Ooh. That's a good question. I hope my boyfriend doesn't watch this. I would say, man, I have so many.
The whole K-pop band? Oh?
No, I actually, no. Well, I respect K-pop a lot, but I think I'm more on the like Western side of things. I think personally, I really enjoy Justin Bieber's music a lot. I just really like how he writes his melody. And just, it sounds simple, but it's not. And it's so addictive. And he's just an amazing singer, personally, to me. So, yeah, I would say. But, you know, who wouldn't, honestly?
I guess you should be ready to fight with, is it Hailey, the wife?
I think so. See, I don't really know a lot of
You and your family moved here. You had your own plans, but after a while, you've evolved to this established entrepreneur. In terms of support from your family, your parents encouraging you to go for all your goals, what would you want to tell your parents if they were
here? I think I would honestly start crying if I start talking about my parents. They are wonderful. They're the most, like, warm-hearted and courageous, fearless people that I've ever met, and probably I will never ever meet people like them. So I just really want to say thank you, and I know that phrase, like that word thank you, has a lot of things that I want to say, and I think they know. So yeah.
What was the reception when you told them, apart from what we came here for, I would like to do this, that, going to establish an accessory brand? What was the reception?
They were very supportive. They were so supportive. Well, at first, my mom, as a mother, she obviously had concerns like financially. Will you be able to like make it as an entrepreneur? Because it's such a hard industry, and also with music. Music is such a hard industry to make a living out of. But you know, I spoke to them for a long time, and they really got to understand what I want to do and why I want to do what I want to do. So they've been so supportive.
That's so lovely. All right, up next, let's enjoy some amazing tunes from Cindy. What are you performing for us?
It's untitled yet because I'm still working on it, but so far it's called Lion.
All right.
It's about a lion.
Oh, what is the story behind it?
I watched a BBC wildlife documentary and I saw a part where a lion was being attacked by hyenas. And when the camera zoomed in, the lion had scars all over its body. And I realized even a lion, who is considered king of the jungle and is known for being fearless, still has scars and still probably has things that he fears. And it reminded me of us. We may seem confident outside, but there are fears that we have and pain that we have.
And this is the first time you're performing this on any platform?
Yeah, it's the first time I'm giving a snippet of that.
We are so honored. Okay.
Yeah.
Gada, let's go.
That. Who says a lion's never terrified? Who says a lion's never scared? Zoom in closer, you'll see the scars on the king of the jungle. I am a lion, yet I'm terrified, scared of all the pain outside. Zoom closer, you'll see the pain in me. I go, I go, I go, I go, I go. I fight, I fight, I fight, I fight, I fight.
Thank you so much. What's the name, please? Tim, thank you so much. This is brilliant. Please subscribe to her YouTube channel, Broken Couch, for this brilliant piece and more of her work. Thank you so much, Cindy. I'm so grateful for you being here, and we are thrilled that you finally joined us on SOQ Conversation, and also we've gotten to learn more about all the inspiring works that you do in the community. I know there's more to do, and we wish you the best.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much. What do you say thank you as again?
감사합니다.
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 감사합니다. Thank you so much. Shine on.
Shine on, Queen.
Got it. And to you, thank you so much for watching this episode of SOQ Conversations with me, Ellie Karras. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. See you next time.